you been, Lois? Yes. It's a busy time, yes. Has your husband picked up your corsages yet? Well, the only reason I ask, mine did. And I am wearing a red and white and pink floral dress. And he got me an Easter corsage with pink roses. And it's just beautiful. Just popped it right in the refrigerator. Well, speaking of Easter, I told you that I would have your delivery for you today in plenty of time. So why don't we take a look at that, and then I have a couple of things to show you, okay? See, we need to be able to make some change. We might need a mirror. Okay, I think that's probably all. I'll just put my purse over here. Is that okay? Very good. All right, so let's open up the right side. So let's go to Oh, I forgot. I had to put your order in 2 bags this time. There we go. I just couldn't fit both boxes in the same bag. Lois, I know your daughter is going to love finding these in her Easter basket. Alright, so we have the Miss Lollipop Cologne Mist. She's just adorable with her necklace and her hat. And here we have Miss Lollipop, and this is the perfumed talc. So let me just show you what we have in each box. So there we have our beautiful Miss Lollipop. She has 2 eyes and beautiful little lips there. Isn't she cute? So, all you need to do is twist the hat. You're not actually unscrewing it, just the act of twisting it will loosen it from the bottle. Just a firm press, and it's on, and a little twist, and it's off. And then we have the atomizer right here, and this is the kind that will continue to spray as long as you hold it down. So you'll need to remember to show your daughter that so she doesn't douse herself. Although I'm sure she might actually want to douse herself. So, a charming little perfume bottle. The other thing I like about this is that even though it's glass, it's coated with a kind of soft rubber coating. So if the bottle tips over, it's not going to break. Now, if you throw it against a wall, I can't give you any guarantees, but it is generally child safe. Okay, so the little goodies come with it in your bag here, and I'm not going to open the bag. I'll let your daughter do that. But there's 2 items. One is, let's see if I can set a solid color right here, is her necklace. And you can see that right here. And the polka dot is the ribbon that goes on her hat with a little yellow polka dots. You can see that right here. And this is actually my favorite product in the Miss Lollipop line. So look at that. A little puff. I think that's just adorable for a little girl. Of course, we have in some of our products for adult women, we have beauty dust puffs that are this color depending on the fragrance. So you might actually have something in this color. I'm not sure. But it's a beautiful color for a little girl. It definitely reminds me of the drum majors and majorettes in high school. So, there we have the stand, and I'll show you how this works in just a second. And finally, we have the actual talc container. So, to be sure that your daughter doesn't lose track of these 2 things that go together, we have this stand for you, and you just need to find the side that does not have the extra edge. So you'll see here there's no edge, but on the other side comes out into the center, and that stabilizes everything when the stand is upright. And so, simply place the talc in, and then the puff right beside it. So it's, of course, on the box. The puff is in this part of her uniform, but I think it gives the overall effect. And with both products, on her little dresser, I think she's going to start to feel more and more like a grown-up. So, you can certainly just tuck these into her Easter basket as is. Don't forget her accessories, or you can rebox them and tuck the boxes in. What do you think? Okay. Well, that will allow her to open them herself. That's a lot of fun. So first, well, actually, we can probably leave this on, and that way she won't have any trouble figuring out which end is up, so to speak. So let's just place that back in. And then you can see there are extra corners in there where we can slide the puff, just like this. And there we have that one. And let's get back to this one. It goes in very easily, but do make sure that the cap is on tightly. Again, it doesn't screw on, so you just need to give it a good press, and this rubberized bottom will grab hold of it. And that way you can pick it up behind the hat and lower it into the box, like so. And then just put the accessories in right on top. Just like that. And note that this square piece goes in first, and then the sides. All ready to go. What other colors are you using in her basket? Pink and white. Okay, well, that works out quite well, doesn't it? So I'll just put these items over here. So your total for this order is $4.76 for the 2 items. $5. So it's $4.76, so we've got 77, 78, 79 and 80. Dog makes 90. And I'm going to have to give you 2 nickels. 2 nickels makes $5. All right, so based on what we talked about last time, I did want to show you some of our blushes. Do you have some time? Okay. Here you go. I brought 2 colors with me. And let's look at the foundation colors that we looked at last week. All right, so I noted in my Avon journal that we decided on the lightest color in the medium finish, and that is honey. And that's actually one shade darker than I use. I use the fair finish in pink. So here's the honey finish. And I wanted to show you 2 blush colors in our cream. This is not a powder. this color is, this one is pink. And this color is coral. It's easier to see the differences side by side. So without any glare, you can see that the coral is slightly warmer and the pink is slightly cooler. But you can also tell that the coral is a little bit more saturated, if you will, a little darker or more intense in color than the pink. And I wanted you to get a good sense of how these colors might work with your foundation choice and also with outfits that you may have. So if you have a beautiful dress that's got some coral colors, this blushing cream might be the appropriate choice regardless of your skin tones. Whereas if you're wearing neutral colors or colors that have a bluer tone, if it's pink, cooler tones, then the pink might be more appropriate. So if you would just let me apply a little bit on your hand and okay. So I'm going to use my pointing finger, index finger, I guess, for the pink. You can just blend that ever so slightly on the edges, and then if you want more color, more depth, you can apply a little bit more, just a little bit at a time, until you achieve the look that you're going for, okay? And then we'll put the coral on the other finger here. What do you think? I agree. I like the coral. Your skin tone has a little bit more depth to it, richness to it. I'm rather pale myself, so I think the coral actually works really well with your skin tone. So, would you like me to place an order for that? Okay, I can do that. Well, I will just bring these back next time and bring along some eyeshadow. And we can do a full session of makeup with foundation, blush, eyeshadow, eyebrow pencil, mascara, eyeliner, whatever you prefer in terms of products. And if we go ahead and arrange a time, then you can just greet me at the door without any makeup on. I promise I'll be on time. So you won't be greeting the mailman. And we can experiment all afternoon. Let me see if I got these right. Pink. Okay. And all right, so here we go. Well, Lois, I hope you and your family have just a wonderful Easter. Are you cooking, or your mother-in-law? Mother-in-law, okay. Well, that will be a nice little break from entertaining. Are you bringing something? Scalloped potatoes? Would you save some for me? Okay. All right. Well, take care. I will wait for a call from you. You let me know exactly what time you want me to come, and we will play makeup. Okay?